And I bless God for that in my life. For good health. Good health. Good health. And sometimes when I imagine the day I will die, I just see beautiful flowers on the road, golden angel, and the thing excites me. A sinner fear death is a terror to a sinner. He fears death. I know the destination, how beautiful the place is. And when I close my eyes, I imagine the description Jesus gave. Who would not want to be there? Today, I'm onward. As people are crying in Nigeria, be looking up. According to the book of Psalm, as 121, I will lift my eyes up to the hills. From where comes my help? Members of the wealthy place, everyone watching me across the nation, around the world, help is coming for you from above. Help is coming. Help is coming. He looked up to heaven. He blessed. You know, there are some people who always give the most dangerous people to put in a committee and meeting are those who don't have liberal hand. They will confuse the meeting. Every of their suggestion in that meeting will make the meeting to be so long without conclusion. You know the problem? Because they don't want to bring out anything. That's all. And the worst thing that can happen in a committee, to have a person who is not liberal. That meeting will never have end. They will always adjourn. Adjourn. Until one person will bail the cat. They will continue adjourning the meeting. Adjourning the meeting. We will not adjourn this meeting, no. The meeting on Mount Zion, there's no adjournment. There must be a way and there must be an answer. We must bring this situation to an end once and for all. He blessed the 2 fishes and he blessed the bread. See, when you find yourself in a group of people who use number 6 when they're supposed to bring out resources to get things work, go behind, do your own, and don't sit down, continue sitting down with them. Because you know what happened? It will make you to start leaking. Things will begin to get difficult for you, and you won't know where it is coming from. He blessed and prayed and gave the loaves to the same disciple. You know, they're happy. We are the disciple, but nothing comes out from their hand. Disciple that has nothing to add into the teacher's life. One of the things I told the pastors, as long as pastors are stingy, they can never have favor of blessing. Me, from every part of the world, people bless me. You know why? Because God giveth seed to the sower. And every branch of me that bear fruit, I will cause him to bear more fruit. Because I use my resources for the kingdom. God caused men to bless me. And these things works. I invited a preacher from America to come to our island of Patmos because she's a prayer machine. I told her, I'm sending you the ticket to come. Only for her to come yesterday. He said, don't worry. The ticket has already been bought. I said, no. He said, no. You can't do that. I'm the one bringing. And she's using her money to buy the ticket. You will enjoy it. It's a prayer machine. Dangerous prayer machine. More gifted than me when it comes to that area. And I respect gifts. I don't relate with those who use gimmicks or coin one thing to deceive people. I look people so deeply before I surrender my grace to hear. Disciples that don't give, disciples that don't want to make sacrifice, disciples that don't want to release anything. They were the same people that collected it to go and share. We are the disciples. But watch this. He want to grow broke in your life, learn to release. Everything that comes into your hand, have in mind that 90% is yours. Settle that in your mind. Once you settle that, it won't be a problem to you anymore. 100% is never for you. 90% is yours. 10 belong to him so that he can continue to open that door. And don't let God set you up. You know, sometimes even in unrighteousness, God can bless you. Even when he knows you're unrighteous, he will bless setting you up so that at the last minute, you, according to the book of Romans, you will be inexcusable. So, man, you are no excuse to give. Let me drop for the second part of the service. He gave the loaf to his disciple, and the disciple were sharing it to the multitude. Next verse. And listen, and they did all eat. How did this happen? Each time we look up, there will be divine intervention. Each time we release, the little will be enough and remain. That's the secret of what I have found out. They did all eat and were filled. And I can imagine that if people like Ifeanyi was there, he would have taken up to 4 plates. You know, they were filled. Unfortunately, he was not there. He would have taken 4 plates. You know, for them to be all filled. Look at, they now gather the pieces that remain. It was 12 full. 1 basket full, 2 fill up, 3 fill up, 4 fill up, 5 fill up, 6 fill up, 10 fill up, 11 fill up, 12 fill up. You can't get broke when God is involved in your resources. You can't get broke. It's not possible. Now, when they gathered the 12, you look at other Mark, Luke. When they gathered the 12 full basket, the disciple thought that they are the one who will take it home. you know, the people who complain much whenever something is shared are those who don't even give anything. They took up the remaining. No, go back. Go back. And they did all it and were filled. There is a colon there. There's a colon, semicolon. It's a pause a little bit. They were filled. That means everybody ate as much as they want. And upon that, nobody was hungry anymore. Everybody was eating. There no more, nobody need anything anymore. And they took up the remaining pieces of fish, pieces of bread, 12 full baskets from 2 fishes and 5 bread. How did that happen? Any branch of me, Jesus said, there bears fruit that gives. I will purge him to bear more. You can't be broke. The secret is this: release. See, God is a God of principle. And I've always said this: God is no respecter of man, but he's a respecter of principle. There are principles God lay, and he is bound. But even though he is God, he is bound by his own principle. He said, give, and it shall be given to you. He said, bring that 1/10. I want to use that 10% type of work for you. You know, each time you give your 10%, God uses it to work for you. Let me say this. May God not give you money that you will spend on problems. Now, you know why I'm saying this? Because there are so many problems God did not allow to come to you. Eh? And because you didn't spend money, you assume all was well. That one problem can wreck the whole of your bank account. But God uses tithe to work for you and prevent some unforeseen. Some things we want to come to, we say, don't go there. Don't go there. That person is insured. I have his premium in my account, 10% every month. And I use it to work for him. Don't go there. Don't touch him. Don't even play around that person, or I'll kill you. Do you know there are some people that died, you went to the burial? If God have opened your eyes, you will discover that you are the one who's supposed to have died. But your 10% transferred to another person. Members of the wealthy place, this is the time to be wealthy. Our church is the wealthy place church. And it is time for all of you to become evidence. Evidence. No member should be broke. You should not be broke. You cannot be broke. See, each time we release, there will be leftover. When you struggle to release, nothing, the one you have will never be enough. When I was reading the commentary, Andrew was the one who they took it from. You know, the 12 basket. The mother gave him when they were going for the crusade. You know that Jesus' crusade will be from morning till night. Since it's going to be from morning till night, he said, you won't die of hunger. My son, take this bread, take these 2 fishes. See, so that even if it will be 24 hours all night, eat, you have enough. And imagine, sir, somebody have 2 fish. They may have their own too, they hid somewhere, but they won't bring it out. Sir, some brother has promised to pay for our this thing. You, what are you contributing? What are you contributing? God forbid. I can never tell you to do a thing and I will not participate. Anything I ask you to do, I will be number one. I do before you. That's the way I operate. Do as I say. Don't do as I do. It's hypocrisy. If what I ask you to do is real, I should be the first to start it. And I was telling you yesterday, one imam, not a Christian. There were properties, he just told me. He said, you know what? Give me the name you want. I'm giving you a property. He said, I'm giving you. He just smiled. I did. He said, I mean what I am telling you. You know why I laugh? Because I have paid my dues. The fact that nothing worked for you immediately does not mean it will not work. Do you know, out of 2 children, 1 can change your life forever. If you have no child at all, 1 help you render to somebody somewhere can change your life forever. Open your hand. Say, oh God, my Father, I will not tie my hand in a time like this. I will release so that I will not be broke. There have been evidences that it always remains after we have given you your portion. Be seated. Let's even look at it. Why do idol worshippers always tell you to carry sacrifice? Even they themselves believe that when you don't release, nothing comes. There is a book called The Golden Rule of Life, volume 1 to volume 15. I read all. I finished the whole volume of books. And I take life jeje, that things are not always the way they appear. You know, I don't know, there's this guy, musician, that died that people are protesting about. But people have not heard the detail of the story. At 27, I want to blow, I want to blow, I want to blow, I want to blow, I want to blow. And I know from what I know from the underground of people, Secret Service, that I relate with, they will never announce the truth because the shame will be too much for the family to bear. How can you want to make it at all costs through various means and cultism, and it reach time for you to pay, you don't want to pay? It's time to, they will tell you to commit suicide, swallow, die. Because when you were making the covenant, I will have money, I will live for so period, you didn't know that 2 years will not be, it's not long, it's not 200 years. You know, I told you of the man who wanted to be rich, and he went to a native doctor who told him that what you need to do is just buy a cock and come with basket full of corn. Squeeze all the corn, make sure the basket is full. And the guy brought the basket. You know, have you wondered why these Nollywood artists, they die mysteriously? They want to blow, and they commit themselves into a lot of things, and then they won't want to pay. Have you not heard how some of them die on set? While they are on stage, they die because of what they belong to. And everybody's pretending as if they don't know what is happening. And some parents put pressure on their children. Their children are bringing money. They don't bother to know what they are doing, what they are into. All they want, like my friend in Port Harcourt who died, has over 100 and something cars, mansion here and there. The day he died, that night, all the cars vanished. The house caught fire. Everything. They were looking for money to bury it. When people get involved in things. You know, so the guy got the cock. Okay, and brought it to the native doctor with a bowl, a basket full of corns. So they put the basket down. The guy, the native doctor said, stand here, hold the cock. He held the cock. And native doctor kindled fire here. He put fire here. And he now said, you know what? You will release this cock. This cock will go to that corn. If this cock eats 200 corn, you will be wealthy and rich for 200 years. If you eat 50, you will be wealthy for 50 years. If you eat 20, you will be wealthy for 20 years. If you eat 10, you'll be wealthy for 10 years. Are you ready to go this journey? He said, after eating it, you will end up jumping inside fire and die. He said, so, you see that fire? That is your end result. You will make the money, but you will die mysteriously. That's why when all of these people die in the way they die, I'm not surprised, because we know what some of them. Shebi, Daniels Media International were promoting some Nollywood. She was one of the Guild of Editors. You have your membership of Guild of Editors. So she was a member. We know what these people do and what they were into. So the guy said, you know, so that when you are desperate, you won't see the fire. You are desperate, desperate, desperate. So, are you ready to go? He said, yes. Release the cock. He released the cock. The cock ran to the basket full of corn, ate only one, and then jumped inside the fire and died. The man said, you will only be rich for 1 year. After that, that's how you end. And truly, within 1 year, he was rich. And he died inside his car. He had an accident. People tried to rescue him. The fire burned the car and burned him inside the car. We won't look down. We will look up. Even if somebody comes to tell you different story, you know, the way things are now, tell them, look up. Our redemption is near. Look up. cash, but we are not broke. Don't confess what is not yours. Somebody say with a loud voice, I may not have cash, but I am not broke. Because you are telling the world you are finished. Why would you be broke? When you can look up. See, when things become difficult in the land, that is the best time to give. That is the best time to sow. That is the best time to make sacrifices. So that there will be 12 baskets left. Nothing you give to God that is lost. John Maxwell said, when you stop giving, you will start dying. Anytime you change your mind about giving, things will become difficult. You know, sometimes the years you survived, you may not know it was your giving that kept you. I have learned the secret of giving. I live a life of giving. I flexibly give. So that I can have 12 baskets full. Imagine the Bible say over 5,000 people ate, minus 5,000 women, minus men. No. If you now add men, you can tell how many that ate that day. And they were no longer hungry, they were filled. Andrew, I can see Peter, James, what's the name? All of them, when they were carrying it, they must have, then there were 12 disciples. No, this 12 basket remaining is for 12 of us, since we are 12 apostles. But they were shocked that it was the person who brought the bread and the fish that posted to us. You won't be broke. You will not be broke. Refuse to be broke. Let me speak to those who are watching on television. 4 things I mentioned last week that culminate into the message of today. You can't be broke. You may not have cash, but that doesn't mean you are broke. Number 1, hear God. Number 2, fear not. Number 3, seed may not be enough. Number 4, your tithe is not negotiable. And today, look up, don't look down. Today, release the 10% and your seed and your giving, and there will be enough remaining. Anytime you see your giving as doing church or God a favor, mischief is waiting in front. Doors of help will start closing one after the other. When the Bible says, taste and see that the Lord is good. Try. I have tasted, and I can tell you that the Lord is good. Me, Evangelist Dan, I cannot be broke. No, I can't. Don't you hear? This is the wealthy place. On the road, when the police see me, they say, the wealthy pastor said, that's me, because they know that rain will fall. And it always falls. And anything I want any of them to do, they will do it. I won't be broke. You can't be broke. Start giving. The message Michael Jackson, even in his ungodliness, left for his generation is that let's start giving. In a time like this, there is 12 baskets for someone, but nobody. People are afraid, and fear make problem bigger. Sometimes there is something I'm expecting. You know what I do? I pay 10% of that. I've not gotten it, but I pay 10%. And we end up in there. It works. Who is the owner of today's 12 basket. It is that person who surrender is 2 fishes and 5 breads. He shall feed his flocks like a shepherd. He shall gather the lamb with his arm, read them in his bosom, and shall gently lead those that are with young. He shall feed his flocks like a shepherd. He shall gather the lamb with his arm and carry them in his bosom. I shall gently lead those that are with you. He shall feed them. He shall feed them and shall gently lead those that are with young. He shall feed his flocks like a shepherd. He shall gather the lamb with his arm and carry them in his bosom, and shall gently lead those that are with you. Do you know, when Andrew carried the remaining 12 out, but there was no need for it anymore. One person have taken the miracle. Oh God, open the eyes of these people that they may know that they can survive this difficult time. I pray for you, all of you watching on live TV and on TV. Let the heaven open. As you look up, let there be 12 baskets. A reward for your giving. 12 basketful. As the account of the church appear on your screen now, do something right away. You see, under this anointing, who knows? Perhaps what you have been struggling about for years, one sacrifice, a tithe, a 10% can keep you alive. Hezekiah, when he was told he would die, he got the message and he faced the wall. He said, God, if you kill me, then you are unjust. Remember how much I gave to the church. Remember how I built the synagogue. Remember all the sacrifices I made to make your house to continue to grow. Now the reward is to kill 3 more years to your life. God will always say, prove your case. Prove it. Give him reasons why. Till I be with you next Sunday, being a special service, prophetic palliative service, in which I will be a mad service you have never seen before. Miracle is happening right now. Right now. Right now. The power of God is working in your living room, wherever you are right now. Seed may not be enough. Your tithe is not negotiable. Look up for your redemption to it now. Release that one in your hand. You can have 12 baskets left. The Bible said, he that does not work, let him not eat. You cannot enjoy a harvest of a seed you did not sow. They gathered 12 baskets. They thought it belonged to them, each of the 12. But unfortunately, they lost it. The person who gave is the owner of what it was. Till I be with you that next prophetic Sunday. Always remember this word from Evangelist Dan C. Daniels. Your worst days are over. Things can only get better. And this is your best time